Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for Wednesday, the 24th of April. So we had some earnings come out after the bell. These earnings and news provided by the Trade Exchange. So Texas Instruments beat by 13 cents. Revenue beat there. Then on the conference call, the CFO made some negative comments. Talking about the cyclical downturns have about 4 to 5 quarters of year-over-year declines, and TI just completed its second shrinking quarter. So that was coming out on the conference call. That's why I kind of wait to do my videos a little bit later in the evening to see if things are going to reverse down. So Texas Instruments here, they popped it up when the earnings first came out, and now moving down in the after hours on Texas Instruments. Let's see, CP, Canadian Pacific Railroad, down a little bit in the after hours. Earnings per share revenue beat there on that name. iRobot earnings per share beat and revenue miss on IRBT. This stock getting hit in the after hours quite a bit on that name. We'll keep scrolling along. Hawaiian Airlines had earnings after the bell tonight. Not much reaction either way. Earnings per share beat by a penny. Revenue miss there on that one. AVEO had some news that came out, announces a 2 million milestone payment. So AVEO, that stock popped up to about $1 and pulling back to about 96 cents here on AVEO. That's actually one I'm going to have on my watch list for tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to do anything tomorrow, but doesn't hurt to keep it on a chart. Maybe they'll break it up over $1. So that was news. Six Flags came out with earnings after the bell tonight. That one is holding up. Earnings per share revenue beat there on that name. Let's see, what else do we have? Kraft Heinz has hired investment bank Evercore Partners to prepare potential sale of YRIV Brands. I guess that's a potato division there. KHC. So that stock popped up on that news, but then if we scroll down to the bottom of this news box, KHC downgraded underweight at Piper Jaffray. That came out later on, and that moved KHC right back down on that downgrade there to, what was it, underweight? Yeah, underweight by Piper Jaffray. We did get a earnings come out by Snapchat here, SNAP, and once again, this stock popped up. Now they had beat on earnings. They beat by 2 cents, but they still came in with a loss. It was expected a loss of 12 cents. They came in with a loss of 10 cents. I think they had a little bit better user growth, but even so, the news algos popped it up to 13.75, and then it kind of faded off. Can you imagine, getting a pop like this? If you've been stuck in Snap, most likely you're going to take that pop to get out. And anyway, it pulled back here on Snapchat. eBay holding up after earnings. That one, earnings per share beat by 4 cents. Revenue beat on that name. We'll scroll down. RHI earnings per share missed by 3 cents. Revenue miss. SAEX announces a new 25 million ocean bottom marine project award in Brazil. SAEX. This one was popping in the after hours on the news algos, popping it up, and it's holding above 450. So this will be a name that I'm watching for tomorrow. SAEX. So that one popped up. Rad Aid agrees. It raises a age to purchase tobacco. So a lot of this going on today. What was it? Walgreens Boots Alliance raising the purchase of tobacco products to 21. Now Rite Aid doing the same thing in the after hours here. So a lot of stores are raising the 21, the age from 18 to 21 for tobacco products. Let's see. We had the API crude oil numbers come out after the bell tonight. It was a much larger than expected build on that. Let's see. Not really affecting oil too much as the Iran conflict is still going on and pushing oil up. Let's see. Zoom announces closing of initial public offering. So Zoom, which just recently IPO'd, not that's not affecting the stock too much. Let's see. Crude, a build of 6.9 million on those API numbers there. So let's see. NVIS had raises 2 million from sale of common stock. CBS acting CEO agrees to stay for an additional 6 months. So I guess they didn't find a new CEO, but the one they have now is going to hang on. Anyway, not much action in CBS after hours tonight. Let's see. USEG, U.S. Energy Corp, receives a NASDAQ notice regarding non-compliance. So most likely it's because it's below $1. Let's see, USEG. Yeah, it's below $1. It doesn't look like it gets much volume, so that one's going to be taken off the NASDAQ probably in the next day or so on USEG. All right, so that's some of the news courtesy of the Trade Exchange. So let's go ahead and look at our heat map courtesy of FinViz. As you can see, a lot of green on our screen today. Apple up almost 1.5% on the day. Microsoft, another strong day. Google, Facebook, Amazon. Texas Instruments was up today, trading down a little bit in the after hours tonight. Disney was positive on the day, up 1.28%. Verizon came out with earnings. It popped up when it first came out, the earnings. Then they moved that one down 2% today. Same with Procter and Gamble. This was down almost 3%. The earnings came out. They beat the CEO was very positive on CNBC, but they came in and took some profits here in Procter and Gamble. Lost almost 3% on the day for that name. Boeing was down fractionally today. BA. Some of the oil stocks, Oxy, took a little bit of a hit, down 1%. ConocoPhillips was down a little under 1% today. VLO, which popped yesterday, down about a little under 1% on that name. In the biotech sector, we made a nice comeback. We had Amgen moving up. We had VRTX popping 4%. BIIB also moving up nicely today. Lilly, LLY, up 1.75%. So biotechs and healthcare stocks, UTX, up 2.27%. So nice comeback but in the industrial sector too. On the defense names, GD up 3%, RTN up almost 3%, Lockheed Martin, which had earnings today, that stock up almost 6% on the day. Unusual call activity today: Halliburton, ESV, CCJ, ALLY, AXL. This one moved up. They had news with Google, AXL, but then pulled right back. I'll show you that chart when we look at the stocks to watch. CVE, SAIL, AVP. We actually traded this one in the room today. Got mentioned on CNBC by John Najarian, and we got a nice trade out of it. MXWVE. And then to the put side, not a lot of action to the put side today. NLSN, HD, SLV, that's your unusual call and put activity courtesy of the Trade Exchange. Their calendar for tomorrow, for Wednesday, MBA mortgage applications will be coming out. And then 10:30, we get the EIA oil numbers coming out. The big number this week leading up to the GDP on Friday at 8:30. As far as earnings for the week coming up tomorrow, you got big names coming out: Boeing, Caterpillar, Biogen, Domino's Pizza, DPZ symbol there. After the close, we have Facebook, Tesla, Visa, PayPal, Xilinx, Chipotle, Lam Research coming out after the bell on Wednesday. Before the bell, you have Cliffs, UPS, AbbVie, Altria, Southwest Airlines will be reporting before the bell on Thursday. You have Amazon, Intel, Grubhub, Starbucks reporting after the close on Thursday. Leading up to American Airlines, ExxonMobil, Chevron will be reporting Friday before the bell. That's some of your earnings coming out for this week. Big week coming up. Now we had a big move up in the markets today, and this is courtesy of CNN Business Fear and Greed Index, currently at 75 at the moment. So a little bit in the overbought mode here. Not saying that the market is going to move down or crash or anything like that, but maybe we could get some sector rotation, some consolidation after a big move to absorb some of the gains in the market. So we'll see. But right now, fear and greed a little bit to the extreme side at the moment. Some of your top sectors today that did well, the social media ETF up almost 3%. A lot of that had to do with Twitter. They came out with earnings today. Big push up in Twitter, big volume, pushed all the way up to $40 a share. We actually did a beautiful intraday trade on this name. We got in at 37.90 for Twitter, and it popped over $40 a share. That was a real nice trade for the service today at Zozo Stockwatch. And then we had the KRE regional bank ETF. That was up 2% on the day. Nice comeback in the IBB, the biotechs up 2%. This is what folks wanted to see. We had a nice push up in the IWC, the micro caps, the IWM recovering, holding above that 155, the level that we talked about yesterday, up at 157 and change, up 1.5% on the day. To the downside, gold took a hit, nat gas took a hit today. Silver was down also today. The VIX losing some more steam here as complacency sets back into the markets. The MJ was down fractionally today after the big move up yesterday. Sector performance wise, the XBI, the smaller cap biotechs up almost 3% on the day. To the downside, on the was the XLP, consumer staples, down fractionally. The XLE was down fractionally. Some of your best stocks in the Dow Jones for today, we had UTX with their earnings up over 2%. Coca-Cola had earnings today up 1.75%, and Merck and UNH bouncing back. To the downside, Procter & Gamble and Verizon down. WBA was down 1.5%, a little bit more than 1.5%. Boeing down fractionally. Some of your best stocks for today. Twitter, like we said, was up 16% on the day. Hasbro had earnings today. That stock up 14% on the day. GES, Guess Incorporated up 13%. KSS Coles up 12% on the day. Over in the marijuana sector, we had Cara up 7% today. TTPH up almost 6% today. CRBP up a little under 5.5%. INSY climbing over 3%. To the downside, IGC took a hit today, down 7%. PYX pulled back about 5% on the day, and VFF continues to roll over here. Tilray still rolling over. Crone was down almost 3.5% on the day, and ACB also down about 2% on the day. CGC down 1.75%. So a little bit of selling going on from those gains yesterday in the marijuana. We'll go ahead and look at the SPY intraday chart here. As you can see, the bulls were in charge all day today. We popped right from the open, and the bulls had a commanding hold on the markets today. We came up to 293 and change, and we closed right about near the highs today on the SPY. As you can see here on the daily chart, nice move up. After that consolidation, right, never short a dull market. The market the last few weeks has been a little bit dull, low volume, light candles. But today they came in with a vengeance, and they pushed this market higher. So good recovery here on the SPY. The IWM also climbing, like I mentioned. The IWC getting buying. The XLV and the healthcare bouncing up off the lows. The XBI and the IBB having a good day. A lot of work to do yet in both of those, but at least recovering a little bit in those names on the IBB and the XBI. All right, let's get into that watch list. ACHV will be on my watch for tomorrow, getting up above $4 here. Want to see some more volume come in. Volume 474,000 shares on this name. Highs were 408, maybe over 410 on this name. You see, it's had a high of 430, and also we had a recent high of 454. The chart is setting up here. Now let's see if we can get the follow through in the name. ARCI also will be on watch. They popped this one up to that magical number, $5, got rejected there, pulled back, but is holding on the upper Bollinger Band here and also holding above the 5 EMA. So this one will be on watch. Had big volume the other day, kind of a quiet day in ARCI on that name. ATHX popping up today, 2.7 million on this one. You have that $1.75 area up ahead, holding up throughout the day, so that'll be on watch. ATOS, nice pop in this name, popped up to a high of 392, so couldn't break that $4 area. They rejected it there and it pulled back, but still one I'm going to have on watch for tomorrow. By the way, please hit the like button, subscribe button, hit that bell if you want to be notified for videos. I would love to have a lot more likes. Smash that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Help this channel to grow. AVEO is another name I'll be watching. It had that news that I went over with you. It popped up a little bit. I'm not in love with this, but we'll see if it wants to do anything. AVP, a lot of chatter around this name. Now, we took this name at around $2.73, $2.75, and we got this beautiful move up today on AVP. So I'll be watching it. Maybe it wants to break $3. Here's a nice candle here, a strong candle. John Nigerian out saying that this one had unusual call activity in the name on CNBC, 11.4 million shares on that name. AXSM. Looks like this one is trying to break out. It's a biotech name. The high today was $16.23, maybe $16.25 is the number it needs to get up back over, and then maybe we get another push up in this name. Volume 1.2 million on that one. Bank America, still watching it. We've been talking about it on the videos the last few days. We have a high back here of 30.22, so maybe over that 30.15, 30.25 area for Bank America. It's holding up here, just not getting that push up. You know, it has a lot of shares outstanding, so it's like trying to move a battleship. BDSI, trying to get up over that $5 area. If it can break 5, you might get a nice push in it. 1.3 million shares. BIOS, BIOS, coming up off the bottom here. 3 million shares came into this name today. Now, it's an ugly daily chart, but maybe the shorts are starting to cover. Maybe dip buyers are showing up in BIOS. Had a strong day today, so we'll be watching it tomorrow. Box, we talked about this one on the video last night. Nice move up here today. Volume 2.8 million. The high on this name today was $20.39. Finally got above that $20 area for the nice move up. That'll be on watch again. We'll be watching some of the cannabis names. CGC, if it can take out this high here, 48.75, it could get going. Kind of an inside day, holding above the fast momentum moving averages there. CLDX was popping up a little bit. 1.1 million shares, has that $4 area up ahead. It's an ugly daily chart, but it was moving up into the close. Let's see if this one wants to make a continuation move through $4 tomorrow. eBay with their good earnings, I'll have it on watch. So this eBay will be on watch. Don't have any numbers for you on it. We'll see how it is intraday. JetBlue, also a nice day today. Came up to the 200 SMA. Now, this stock has not been over the 200 SMA for quite some time. It came up to the 200 SMA. They rejected it there. That's at 1774. 14 million shares came into this. If they can take this back over the highs from today, could get interesting. JetBlue. So I'll be watching it. Roku. The high today on this name, starting to turn the corner here on the daily chart. High was 62.99. So over that, maybe 62.50 is enough to get this one going. So it's going to have to move up about $1, and then maybe we'll get a chance to take out the highs here. But we'll be watching Roku maybe even for an intraday setup. We might get in cheaper. RVP, hearing that the CEO is buying some shares of this. I can't confirm that. But anyway, this was on my scanner, my Trade Ideas scanner, towards the end of the day, getting some buying. So if you like these under $1 names, keep your eye on that one. SAEX with that big pop after hours tonight. I'll have this one on watch. And you might want to keep GBR on watch. That one might want to get going. When SAEX moves up, GBR might move also in sympathy. SEEL, you see these Bollinger Bands consolidating here, right? So maybe this one wants to start turning. 1.6 million shares was hitting my scanners a few times today. Got up as high as 320 area, pulling back a little bit in the after hours, but I'll have it on watch. Not a favorite, but we'll see. SMAR in the software application sector, pushing up nicely. The Bollinger Bands are pinching here a little bit, so keep it on watch. The IGV, the software application index, very strong today. Looks like it's trying to break out. So keep that the SMAR on watch. That might want to make a move for you. YRIV was popping a little bit in the after hours tonight and holding a back above $1. Keep an eye on it if you like those $1 names. YUMA, we talked about this one on the video last night. Hope you got it if you play those small oil names. This one popped up to about 40 cents on YUMA. ZSAN, another name to watch, trying to get up over the $4 area. If it does that, might get a pop and fill up this gap a little bit. 1.9 million shares on that name. And then lastly, ZYNE. I skillfully missed this one today. I just didn't have a good read on it today. But it finally, got up over that 980 spot. Now it had pulled back all the way to about $9.10, then came back up to this 980 spot, 975 spot, and I thought it was a little, too much, too extended from here to there, so I passed, but it did pop up to about $10, and then kind of just consolidated under this $10 area for the rest of the day. Tomorrow's a new day. If they can get it up over $10, 2.8 million shares, ZYNE, one to keep on your watch. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Please hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit all the buttons there down below. Please show your support for the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it, and have a great day trading tomorrow. We'll be back at it with another video tomorrow night for Thursday. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.